Yeah, hello. My name's Raymond Bishop. This is my son, Harold. Say hello, Harold.
I'm sorry.
What's going on?
Well, it seems your son was down in the woods giving out free tattoos, and my son was one of his victims.
King of Staten Island was just like, that was just like a great hang, and it was so loose and so much like improvising. I just did a movie that I wrote with a buddy of mine, Ben Tischer, called Old Dads. We had a blast on that one. I've luckily had a good time on all of them. I did a movie called Date Night. I had like 2.5 lines in it.
It's like we haven't seen the last of Mr. and Mrs. Foster. Somebody tripped an alarm at a realty office. Security cam got these.
But I had a scene. I got to stand there with Taraji P. Henson and basically watch her do a scene with Ray Liotta. So I've had like a lot of those. I got to do scenes with Pacino and Walken and stand-up guys. I've had a lot of those, like feeling like I got sucked into my TV or into a movie screen, and you just can't believe that your life is somehow intertwined with these people for a couple of weeks or whatever. Like Breaking Bad, I was the biggest fan of that show, and all of a sudden I got a part on it, and I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe when I was standing there and they were hitting the clicker clapper thing, whatever they call it, and I just remember thinking, like, they're gonna put my name with like the chemistry sign. And my brother was saying, dude, it's gonna be boron. It's gonna be the sign for boron.
Oh yeah,
like that on the periodical chart. Yeah, and it's just like, I was never a big Star Wars guy, but my younger brother was, and I remember standing there. I'm like, oh my god, I got a scene with like Boba Fett, even though it's not Boba Fett. But I think I did work with Boba Fett, like, because I did another one. There was 2 of them.
For a second, I thought you were this other guy.
It gets confusing over there. So just those types of moments is like, getting to do stand up on Letterman.
how cool was it? It was Lavelle Crawford, I believe, like in Breaking Bad, that scene of you guys just laying back on the money like that. Like, did it feel as badass as it looked when you were doing it?
I remember the crew laughing. So I knew it was going to be something special. Plus, it was Breaking Bad, so you knew it was going to be special.
Dude. What are you doing? Huel. Hey, quit screwing around. We are here to do a job, not channel Scrooge McDuck.
But, like, I had no idea all these years later that it would be like a meme or whatever.
Yeah.
I got 2 real cool memories from that show. Aside from what I've already told you, there was a scene I got to be in Saul Goodman's office, which I was like, yeah, it was unreal. It was like being in a diner on Seinfeld or something. Like, I can't believe I'm on this set. And the scene starts where it was Bob Odenkirk, Lavelle Crawford, and myself. The scene starts, and then Mr. White, Bryan Cranston, comes in. But for the first 30 seconds, it was just us. I remember thinking, going, how cool is this? That this is the best drama on television right now. And for these 30 seconds, 3 stand-up comedians are holding it down. And I thought that was so awesome. And I also and the other one was I got to see Brian do the crawl space scene where he's underneath there and they doesn't have his money. And he goes from, it was like either crying to crying again, or laughing, crying, laughing, whatever the hell it was. God dang, this guy is good. It's unbelievable.
Did you keep up with Better Call Saul? I know it's in its final season right now. I'm a little bit behind on it, but that show is equally on par with what Breaking Bad was, and it's so cool that it was setting the
Better Call Saul. Unfortunately, they when they asked me to do it, one of my good friends' younger brother was dying of cancer, and if I took the gig, I wasn't going to get a chance to say goodbye to him, so I had to go up and say. It was when we were shooting The King of Staten Island, and I had like this week off from shooting. I just wasn't working. And my agent, unfortunately, saw that gap and told them that I was available. And they wrote something. I still to this day feel guilty about it because I know how hard that is to then think you have somebody and then you don't, and they have to pull you out or whatever. I felt awful about it. I was so upset with my agent. Like, it's like, dude, you don't say I'm available until you ask me. Just because I have days off doesn't mean. And they're like, oh, no, we'll smooth it over. I always wondered how they handled that. I probably ended up looking like some diva jerk who was doing a movie.
Fill me in. What, how's Kubi?
No idea.
All right, how about Huel?
Huel, I guess, back home in New Orleans. DEA held him under false pretenses or something, so last I heard he walked.
I'm about to get on road. In the range, new Bugatti. On my brain, BBS is in my face. Like Johnny Dang, Balenciaga, I